On screen, Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe always embodied the perfect couple. Yet few truly know that beyond the camera, their bond carried an untold story, one woven with both sweetness and shadows. It began the very first day at the Outlander audition. Caitriona was still an unfamiliar name, while Sam was searching for the role that could change his career. "The moment I saw him, I knew he was Jamie Fraser," Caitriona once revealed in an interview. For Sam, however, the way he looked at her was not just as a colleague, it held curiosity, admiration, and something far harder to define. When filming began, their roles demanded raw intensity and vulnerability. But before stepping onto set, the two spent hours talking, rehearsing, and building a trust that few could ever imagine. "You can't fake that kind of connection," Sam later admitted. "It's what made people believe our love story was real." Yet behind that intoxicating chemistry lay unbearable pressure. Dating rumors spread like wildfire. Journalists hunted for answers. For Caitriona, a woman who guarded her private life, it often felt suffocating. In a rare confession to a close friend, she whispered, "Sometimes I don't know if I'm living my own life, or if I've been trapped in Jamie and Claire's world." Sam was no less tormented. He had been branded Caitriona's dream man, despite the constant insistence that they were nothing more than friends. Still, real-life moments kept fueling suspicion. At a private cast party, Caitriona rested her head on his shoulder, listening to him talk. The photo leaked, sparking an online frenzy. Fans declared they were destined for each other. A source later revealed Sam once wrote in his diary, "There are things I can't put into words, but her eyes tell me everything." Caitriona, when asked, only smiled mysteriously. "We share something special, something no one else will ever understand." Was it just friendship between two artistic souls, or had they crossed the line? The truth remained theirs alone. One night after filming, while the crew celebrated noisily, Sam and Caitriona sat apart in a quiet corner. The golden glow of wine glasses blurred the world around them. "Have you ever wondered," Caitriona asked softly, "what if we met before all of this?" Sam's brows furrowed, his deep blue eyes searching hers. He gave a small, knowing smile. "What are you really asking, Kate?" She hesitated, then whispered, "What if it was just you and me, not Jamie and Claire?" Her words thickened the air. Sam leaned forward, his voice low and unsteady. "I've thought about that too. More than you'll ever know." Their eyes locked, speaking everything they had buried for years. Laughter erupted from across the room, shattering the moment. Caitriona looked away quickly, hiding her racing heartbeat. Sam leaned back, his face composed, though inside, chaos burned. From that night on, something shifted. Every touch, every glance between them grew too real. Crew members whispered, "They don't even need to act anymore." The rumors only grew louder when paparazzi caught Sam walking Caitriona to her hotel after midnight. The blurry photo was enough to ignite social media. #SamandCat forever trended worldwide. Neither confirmed nor denied the speculation. In an interview, Caitriona smiled and said, "We're best friends." But could a smile conceal everything? Crew insiders hinted at late-night hotel stays. "I don't know what happened," one confessed, but when they walked out the next morning, their eyes said it all. Sam once admitted privately, "There are things I'll carry for the rest of my life. Not because I want to hide them, but because they belong only to us." That confession only deepened the mystery. The tension reached its peak at an awards show in Los Angeles. Cameras flashed as Sam suddenly took Caitriona's hand and whispered something in her ear. Her smile, shy, luminous, almost trembling, sent the internet into meltdown. Lip readers swore he had said, "I can't stop thinking about you." Hours later, Caitriona denied it. "It's just a story fans created," she insisted. But could denial erase the look in their eyes? Whispers persisted. Some swore Sam once proposed during a quiet night in Scotland, by a still lake under a canopy of stars. He had pulled a simple silver ring, engraved with the letters SC, from his pocket. "Kate, if I asked you to be with me forever, would you say yes?" His voice broke with emotion. Tears shimmered in her eyes as she placed her hand over his. "Sam, I love you. But if I say yes, we'll lose everything, the show, our friends, the lives we've fought to protect." His lips tightened, his chest aching. He said nothing more, only held her hand as though clinging to the last fragile moment. They never spoke of it again. Years passed. Careers soared. Lives diverged. Yet in stolen glances on red carpets, in smiles half-guarded, half-revealing, the shadow of that secret love flickered. Was it buried passion disguised as friendship? Or was it a friendship so deep the world refused to believe it was only that? The answer remained locked between them. And perhaps it always would. But for the millions watching from afar, the question lingers in the silence between their words, in the electricity of their gaze. If one day all the barriers vanished, would Sam and Caitriona finally choose each other? But for the millions watching from afar, the question lingers in the silence between their words, in the electricity of their gaze. If one day all the barriers vanished, would Sam and Caitriona finally choose each other? Years later, long after Outlander had wrapped, fate placed them in the same city again. A charity gala in New York, crowded with lights and laughter. From across the room, Sam saw her, elegant, radiant, unchanged in the way only memory preserves someone. Caitriona turned, their eyes meeting for the first time in years. Time slowed, the noise around them faded. For a heartbeat, they weren't actors, nor icons, they were just Sam and Cat. The weight of the past pressed between them, yet something undeniable sparked to life again. She smiled faintly, as if to say, after everything, you're still here. He smiled back, as if to answer, and I always will be. Neither moved closer, neither spoke. But in that silent exchange lay 1,000 unspoken truths, 1,000 choices never made. And as the music swelled and the cameras turned away, the world was left to wonder, would their story finally begin, or remain forever unfinished?